That's the rule. All right, so once you're on your mat, go ahead. You can start rocking side to side. Gotta clear my throat here. You know, and my back is popping. Whew, I'm tight today. This will help loosen me up though. You know, I gotta get all those joints non-creaky. And you can hug your right knee to your chest, left leg is out straight. And you're gonna go side to side there. So as you're kicking out that leg straight, you can point your toe. You can squeeze your quad, right? And you're starting to think of keeping that lower back down. If you wanted to have one foot down, of course you could. Yeah. But we're just going side to side, no big deal, right? This is like, you could fall asleep doing this probably. So we're gonna go one more to each side. And we're gonna have one leg up straight, doesn't matter which one. You'll grab behind that hamstring and we'll go side to side here. So if you're really tight this morning and your hamstrings feel tight, you can go nice and slow, right? Just try to get those legs nice and lengthened and feeling happy. Happy legs, of course. Right, today you get to do happy legs. We're gonna do some glute work and some bird dogs. Bird dog, right? Everybody loves a good bird dog. I do. So we're gonna go one more to each side. And you're gonna relax those legs down. And we're gonna just do some slow controlled bridges. So you're gonna inhale in, exhale, pressing up, squeeze those glutes, wake them up. Nice and easy, coming right back down. So every time you press up to the top, make sure you squeeze those glutes to make sure they're awake, right? You're stretching out that lower back. You're trying to get any kind of cramping out of the way. So if your hamstring cramps up on this or your calves do, you better go chug water after class, right? Just so much water. You can't have enough water. You know how it goes. More water, mo better. That's the rule. So you're going to press up all the way. You're going to come halfway down and then back. Halfway down and then back. So we're not going all the way down to the ground. Make sure you're still aware of those glutes, right? And this will warm up those glutes and hamstrings a little bit more. And believe it or not, we're not doing too many bridges today. Isn't that wild? I don't think we are. I better look at my workout before I talk. So you're going to do two more here, and then we're going to press up and hold. So now we're just holding, squeezing those glutes, right? And we're going to bring our arms up. We're going to get our shoulders moving here. So you're going to bring your arms straight back so the backs of your hands touch the carpet, and then you'll come right back up. Right? Just nice and easy motions, trying to stretch out those arms, make your shoulders wake up. My one shoulder doesn't like this. It's like, ugh. Right? We're going to do two more. Here's one. Here's two. Then you're going to bring your hands straight down, palms touch the floor, and back up. Right? So to the floor and back. How fun. I know. Right? And you're still on your bridge. Don't put your hips down. Don't be like, oh, we're not bridging. Yes, we are. So you got two more. Here's one. Here's two. And you're going to relax. And then we're going to get our core all ready to go. So hands are behind our head, elbows are wide. Exhale, we're going to lift into our crunch. Inhale, we're coming back. So every time you lift into that crunch, remember you're pushing your lower back down. You're warming up the core, right? And it feels good. Of course it does. Everybody loves a good core workout. I know it. I'm all about the core. All day, nonstop. One time I had somebody ask me when I was going to do a workout that didn't involve the core. I just laughed in their face. I said, something's wrong with you, right? So on your next motion, you're going to crunch up as high as you can. You're going to come halfway down and then up, right? So we're doing kind of a pulsing half crunch, right? So make sure those elbows are staying wide. You're not pulling on your neck. You should feel your core tensing up quite a bit on this, right? Because it doesn't get a break. It's Monday. You don't need a break, right? If it was Friday, I'd be like, let's be more laid back. But on Mondays, put your game face on, right? So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to relax. You're going to go to your side. And we're going to start with our top leg. We're just going to kick our leg up and down. So make sure your leg is nice and straight. Try to point that toe as best as you can, just to make sure that that full leg is working in gear, right? And you can be up high on your arm. You can come down to your tricep. This kind of feels pretty relaxed, I think, right? And you're kicking your leg up so high, it's going to go out of the screen on your computer or phone, whatever you're using, right? My leg's about to kick out of the screen. I'm just kidding, it's not. I'm pretty short. If my leg kicked out of the screen, something be wrong with my leg, it might be dislocated. So we got about 10 more seconds here, and then we're gonna do a forward kick, right? So as you're doing these, try to keep your posture mostly just keeping your shoulders relaxed. We got 2 more, here's 1, here's 2. So now you're gonna kick forward and then come back. So make sure that your leg is straight, your core is tight, right? I think it's easier to control my body up higher on this one, but hey, I could be goofy, right? So as you're doing these, remember, you don't want it to look like you're on a boat. So when your leg kicks, that doesn't mean you're going back and forth, right? We're not on a teeter-totter. So control that range of motion. Doesn't have to be huge, right? Exactly. Okay, so now we're gonna do a combo move. You're gonna kick up, come down, forward, and back. So we're just combining the 2 moves, right? Nothing complicated, don't overthink it, right? The less you think while you work out, the smarter you actually are, right? If you try to think too hard when you work out, it just doesn't work out. I'm telling you, right? The blood doesn't want to go to your brain, it's going to your muscles. So just don't think while you work out, and you'll be good, right? That's the philosophy of it. So we got about 15 seconds, and we're gonna switch sides. Right, and then we're getting closer to getting started today. Right, pretty easy warm up today, I think. I'm not even sweating it, you know? Maybe because it's chillier. So we got 1 more each way. There's 1 forward, and there we are, and then we're gonna switch legs. Oh yeah. So remember, once you're set up, top leg kicks up and down, right? So take your time switching. I'll add an extra 5 seconds just as like a default, you know? That way you don't miss out on any kicks. But this is the kind of stuff you don't want to miss out on. Later in the workout, when you have to switch sides, you'd be like, I'm going to take about 5 seconds, right? I know how it works. And we're just kicking them down, pointing your toe, of course. And you want to make sure that your leg is engaged that whole time. So when you point your toe, it just helps your leg move as a unit, and it's going to get that full strength through your whole leg, right? Otherwise, you'd have a floppy ankle, and it would look silly. You don't want floppy ankles, right? You won't have friends if you have floppy ankles. Okay, so now you're gonna kick forward and back. So remember, when we're kicking forward, core is in charge, right? You're not rocking side to side if you don't know what to do with your top arm. I don't know, you can pet your head. Sometimes that's what I do, right? Good, yeah, that's what I said. So remember, you're still pointing that toe. On one side, you might be able to kick a little bit further than the other. That's pretty natural, right? You're gonna have a good side and a not as good side. I won't say a bad side. You don't have any bad sides, right? And we combo. So we're up, down, forward, back. Up, down, forward, back. I always think it burns more when I switch sides every time. Doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter which side I start with. I always think the second side is the side that burns quicker, like 5 seconds worth. Doesn't even take long for it to burn up, you know? So if you're thinking like, why is this burn already? Mine does too. So we got about 15 seconds. Then we're gonna go to our hands and our knees here, right? So we're gonna go about 1 more each way. And then you're gonna relax. Okay, so we're gonna be on our hands and knees here today, mostly for most of the workout. So we're gonna still warm up. We got a few moves, but just kind of heads up, this is the position we'll be in today. So we're gonna start by stretching out our legs first. So you want your hands right underneath your shoulders, and you're just gonna kick out one leg and then the other leg. So every time you kick out, you wanna point your toe, squeeze, and come back. So it's not really a fast motion, right? We're not doing cardio, right? So if you go fast, there's really no benefit to it, right? Because my watch doesn't go fast. It just doesn't, that's how it is. I go at whatever speed I want. So just nice and easy, kind of notice how your body shifts weight side to side. You want to try to kick your leg out straight to see if you can get it even with your hips. So it's kind of a kick and a lift, right? So we're gonna go 4 more. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4. So now what we're doing, we're gonna keep our legs put. We're just stretching out our arms. So one arm comes out and then the other, right? So you're still holding that nice base of support. You want to make sure that your head's not hanging down, right? We're stretching out those arms because remember I said we're doing bird dogs today, right? So that's a thing today, you know. So we got 4 more here. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4. And then you can relax. Okay, so we're gonna get started. So the way today's gonna work is we're gonna start with a glute series here, and then we're gonna do a bird dog, and then we're gonna kind of just keep getting harder as we go. So that's good news. So you have the option. You can be on your hands for this first motion, or if that bothers your wrist, you can make a fist, right? Or you can be on your elbows. It's really up to you, right? So if your wrists start hurting at any point, don't feel like you have to stay up on them. I'm gonna stay up on my hands, right? Because it didn't bother my wrist. So our first move we're doing, I gotta get my timer started. You don't want me to do fake math. It's gonna be an alternating fire hydrant, right? We've done these before plenty of times. We're just going side to side. Ready? And go. So we just have 30 seconds of this going side to side, right? And then we're going to do an isometric hold to one side, and then we do this again. And then since you have 2 legs, we have to do the other isometric. So as you're doing this, again, it's not fast. You want to make sure your head's not hanging down. Okay, and we got 5 seconds here. So you're going to go 1 more to each side. Then you're going to have your right leg come wide, and you're going to hold right there, right? So we're getting some glute activation in here. As you keep that right leg wide, you want to stay up nice and tall on those arms, right? So I think last week we did this with a band on, so your legs should be a lot higher, right? So just try to breathe, right? Try not to let that right leg come down too much. Your left side should be a burning. Okay, you got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then you're going back into the alternating, right? So we're going right back into alternating, right? I know you have another leg, I promise. Okay, nice and controlled. You should feel a little bit more of a burn the second time we're going through this. Okay, but not too bad of one. Nah. Okay, we got 10 seconds until we hold on the left side. We're almost there. We got 5 seconds. So you're going to go 1 more to each side, and then you're going to keep that left leg wide and hold there, right? My left leg is out there. I just didn't turn around. So you're staying up nice and tall, right? You're breathing. You should feel that right glute firing up, and it's going to be burning. Burn, 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 non-stop burn. So we have 15 seconds, and then we're going to go into our first bird dog here. Okay, you're doing a great job. 10 seconds to go. Try not to let that left leg fall down. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, so now with your bird dog, we're gonna go right arm, left leg, right? And you're just gonna come under your body, hand to knee, extend back out, right? Hand to knee, extend back out. So we're just sticking to one side. You wanna make sure you're not curving your body under, right? Your hand and knee can meet each other without you tucking into a ball, okay? So just nice and extended, nice and controlled. Okay, we got about 15 seconds, then we're gonna switch sides, right? For sure, for sure. We're gonna do 3 more. Here's 1, 2, 3. So now we're going right to the other side, left arm, right knee, right? You're extending and bending, okay? So remember, we're kind of starting with the basics, and then we're gonna make it a little bit more challenging as we go, right? Lucky you, 15 seconds. Okay, keep on moving through. Keep on extending. And you got about 3 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Okay, so now we're going to go into our next leg movement. It's going to be a hammy buildup. So on this, you might as well just go to your elbows to give your wrist a break. You're going to have your right leg out straight. Toes are going to be pointed to the floor. We're going to raise and lower. Okay. So on this, try to make sure that your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. You can look right at your hands, right? And we're just raising and lowering. You're pointing your toes down this time. So we're going to get our hamstrings and our glutes here together, and they're going to be best friends, and you're going to love this move. Okay, so nice and controlled. We got about 2 minutes on this leg before we switch sides. Yep. Okay, so keep that right leg up. You're going to curl in and kick out. So you can point your toe if you want to. Right? As long as you're kicking and extending, that's all we want here. Okay, so again, try to keep your shoulders relaxed. Try not to let that leg fall down. Okay, we got 15 seconds until we add to this. So if you feel it more in your glute than your hamstring, that's okay, because guess what's holding you up? Your glute. Okay, you got 5 seconds. Doing a great job. Okay, so hold that curl, and you're doing a small up and down motion, right? So not quite a pulse yet, but enough that it's small, up and down, trying to point your toe, lifting up and down, okay? You're doing a great job, right? If you don't like being on your elbows, of course, you could go to your hands, but we will be on our hands here next. Okay, so it's a small up and down motion, and we're about to pulse in 5 seconds here. Okay, and then now you're pulsing, so you're lifting up, 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 up. So your up motion is more important than your down motion. So you don't want to let your leg relax too much, right? Your left side should be pretty flared up right now. It should be firing up and being angry at you, okay? You got 15 seconds. Keep on lifting, 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 lifting. 10 seconds to go, right? You're pulsing. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, so now still on your elbows. Left leg is out. Point those toes down. We raise them lower, right? So you're still on those elbows. Try to keep those shoulders back and relaxed. You can look straight up and down at your hands, right? So you know what we're doing now. You don't have to watch me. I promise I am working out. Right? This is just as much a workout for me as it is for you, right? Just because I teach Pilates doesn't make all exercises easy for me. I promise. I'm not a robot. Okay, so keep that left leg up. We're curling in, kicking out. So try to have your knee up pretty high on this one, right? We want to get that right glute a fair chance on this, right? See if you can kick yourself in the butt, can you? I think I'm kicking myself, boom, almost. Yeah, 15 seconds. Right, doesn't it seem to go faster when you switch sides though? Yeah, you can admit it, that's not a trick question. Okay, we got 5 seconds. Okay, hold that curl, and it's our small up and down motion. So it's not quite a pulse, it's more controlled. Okay? Your leg's not coming down too far. It's kind of a half motion here, right? Nice and controlled. Okay, we got 15 seconds. If you felt like your knees, it hurts to be on your knees, of course you can roll up your mat. You can even put a towel underneath your knees or a pillow if you need it. Right? If it burns everything else, I don't care. Okay, now we pulse. Okay, nice and controlled. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Right? Keep on breathing. And the good news is, the next move is our bird dog, right? So I told you got 2 minutes per side here. Got 15 seconds, hanging on to it. Head's not hanging down. Keep on breathing. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, you can kind of punch your butt here for a second. So we're going to go right arm, left leg. You're going to start up. We're going to come wide and come right back in. Wide and back. Right, so look straight down. Only go as wide as you feel like you can and control this motion, right? If you feel like you're almost falling over, that means you need to do a smaller range of motion, okay? You have 15 seconds, right? Nice and controlled. Every time you go wide, it's waking up that core, and that's what's holding you in place here, okay? We got 3 more. There's 1, here's 2, here's 3. Okay, so now we're switching. Left arm, right leg, wide and back. I think it feels weird on this side. I don't know about you, but it feels weird. Okay, nice and controlled. Arm and leg are as straight as possible. Core is nice and tight. Okay, we got 15 seconds here. Okay, keep on breathing. Keep on controlling. And thinking about how much fun this is, right? So we got about 10 seconds. Almost there. We're going to go 3 more. Here's 1, 2, 3. Good. And you're going to relax. Now you're going to your side. So we're going to be set up for a clamshell, kind of. So you're going to be on your elbow. You're going to have knees bent, feet are together. Okay, so if you can, you're going to lift it into a side plank. Your knee would come wide. You come down. You'll come down. Okay, if that lift feels like too much, you'll just do a regular clamshell, and I'll tell you how to add to it if you need to. Okay, ready? And go. So you lift, lift, down, down, right? Lift, lift, down, down. How fun is that? Lift, lift, down, down. Remember, if you need to modify, just stay nice and tall on that arm and focus on just lifting that leg, okay? Don't add in that side plank if it feels like too much, right? Otherwise, you better add that side plank in. So now if you're doing the side plank, you're gonna stay up and you're lifting that leg up and down, right? So your feet are still together, you're still activating, we're getting some nice oblique work here, and you're hanging on to it. Okay, if it feels like too much to go on that side plank, remember, you don't have to. You keep doing that standard clamshell, and I promise it will still burn you up, okay? You're doing a great job here. You got about 10 seconds, and then we got a little bit of a hold, front row, right? Okay, so now you're gonna hold that leg up, and you're gonna hold right here, right? So if you didn't have your hip up, that's fine. You're still gonna hold, and from here, if you can, you're gonna kick that top leg out, and you're gonna hang tight right here, okay? So we got about 15 seconds, and then we're gonna switch sides. So keep on breathing, keep on holding. You can do whatever with your top arm. I like to have it at my head. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, now we gotta go to our other side, right? So you're set up, remember you're on your elbow, knees are bent, feet are together, right? If you don't wanna do side plank, you're doing your regular clamshell, controlling that leg. Otherwise, you're gonna lift, lift, down, down, right? Lift, lift, down, down. And if you modify the other side, you might be able to do it on this side, right? When you switch sides, sometimes you feel a little bit stronger, right? So I'm right-handed. This feels a lot easier for me because it's my right side, okay? So you got 15 seconds until we stay into that hold, okay? You're doing a great job. So now if you can, you're up in that plank, you're just focusing on that top leg. If you're modifying, you still maintain what you're doing here, okay? So there's nothing wrong with modifying, I promise. This is not an easy move, right? It's a lot of stability, a lot of muscles are working together here, okay? 15 seconds until we go into that hold, right? So keep on moving, 10 seconds. You can do it. Okay, so you're gonna keep that top leg up, right? You're holding, if you can, you're gonna extend, and you're gonna hold right here. We got 10 seconds, then we've got our last bird dog of the day. Ooh, ooh. Right, you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, so bird dog, we're gonna do a little combination move here. So we're gonna go left arm, right leg. You're gonna start down on the ground. You're gonna lift, come wide, come back, come down. Lift, wide, back, down, right? Lift, wide, back, down. Lift, wide, back, down. Lift, wide, back, down, right? Lift, wide, back, down. Lift, wide, back, down. Lift, wide, back, down. We got one more. Lift, wide, back, down, and we switch. So you got right arm, left leg, you lift, come wide, come back, come down. Lift, wide, back, down. Lift, wide, back, down. So nice and controlled. I think it helps to go step by step like that. Sometimes if you just kind of say that in your head, it helps you hold a good rhythm and it keeps your focus on what you're doing, okay? So you're doing a great job here. We got about 10 seconds. Then we got a fun grand finale of the day. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 more here. Here's 1, coming wide, back, down. Here's the last one, back, down, in. Okay, so we're gonna finish with a plank tabata. So what that means is you have 4 different types of planks, and we're gonna do each plank for 20 seconds, and you'll have 10 seconds rest. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the 4 planks now, and then we'll get started. So first plank is just gonna be your standard plank, right? Nice and regular. If at any point you modify, your knees are down, okay? Second plank you're gonna do is just gonna be toe taps, right? And same thing if you modify, you just have a knee down and tap. Third plank is gonna be a rocking plank. You'll rock forward and back, right? And your last plank is gonna be a rolling plank. So you would have your arms stacked, right? You'd go to one side, right? You'll come to the middle, you'll go to the other side. So that last plank, I'll tell you when to switch between each of them. Put your knees down at any point if you need it, and these are gonna go really fast. So it's not even that bad. Okay, so first one's our regular plank. We ready? And go, right? So you can be on those elbows and toes. If you modify, just drop those knees down, squeeze your core, and you're still gonna get the same benefit. Okay, so do what you need to do to hold these motions. You got 10 seconds, then you're all done with this plank. Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, you got 10 seconds. The next one is we're tapping our feet side to side. Okay, we're going in 3, 2, 1, go for it, right? So you tap side to side. If you modify, you'll still tap side to side. You'll just place a knee down and tap, right? You could even tap out straight if you wanted, okay? 10 seconds to go. And then we're already halfway through these, right? We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna relax. We got 10 seconds. And then we got a rocking plank. Ready? And go. So we're rocking forward and back. On this, if you modify, I would just drop your knees and hold it. If you rock forward on your knees, you're gonna look silly, okay? And you don't wanna look silly. Okay, got 10 seconds. Keep on rocking. Keep on breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. So this last one is gonna be our rotating plank. So you're gonna start, you're gonna have your left arm above your right arm. So you'll be like this on the floor. Ready? And go. So you're starting off in just your regular old plank here. Right? That's not too bad. I don't think so. Then you're gonna roll to your left side, right? So you could drop your left knee down if you need to, and you're just holding right there. You're gonna come back to the middle. Then you're gonna roll to your right side. You can drop your right knee down. You're gonna come back to the middle. And we're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. There you are. All done. Monday. Check plus. Most fun thing you've done all day, I can tell.